All right, Sirens are off against Nightmare coming up, or not coming up, but happening right now before we go into playoffs. I'm joined by Sean McAllister.
Happy to be here again.
Nightmare being the third seat team out of Manitoba, taking on the only and number 1 Nova Scotia women's team.
Yeah, good exciting game in the women's division here to finish off round robin.
Absolutely. All right, so just taking a quick look here, and it, I think both teams have something to prove. Especially with Sirens, they have been playing together for a while. Every year they form a squad through individual tryouts, but we definitely see a lot of repeat names. Nightmare, they've been playing together for 3 years, and they have taken bronze 2 years in a row at Manitoba Provincials.
Wow, yeah.
So we got a bit of a unit versus players who try out. So it'll be interesting to see the communication styles for the teams.
And those tryout teams are no slouch either. It's literally the best of the best from the province put together and trained together.
Sirens coming up to the line, ready to take the shot. We have 4 players left on the Nightmare side now. We have still the full lineup for Sirens. We see Nightmare coming up, ready to take those shots. 1-2, going a little bit short of the Sirens players. The return fire, they don't manage to take out any of the Nightmare players as they are on the retreat.
Yeah, Wingo taken out in the middle there. Sirens still at full strength. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that was a nice big hit there from the Sirens player. And that's the thing is, like, it easy to get distracted watching this play of dodgeball. It's so entertaining. All right, big throw there from number 25 on the Nightmare team. That was beautifully done by Katie Rogers, but we still see Sirens coming up to the line, ready to take the shot, going for Thorkelson. Thorkelson getting low, managing to avoid that one. Sirens with their 5 players on the court still. Burden is going to be on Nightmare. They have the ball control. They're sending 1 over. It's number 13 on the Nightmare side. Play call being made by number 9, managing to block that one out of the way. It is ground and up, so Siren stays in. Nightmare with their 3 players still in. No hits made yet. Thorkelson going for it and does manage to get a clip. We do see number 13 taking a shot at 89. 89 stays in, getting up and out of the way. Beautiful air on that jump dodge.
Yeah, amazing jump.
Right?
To get up in the air and then move the legs out of the way while in midair.
Love that. Thorkelson getting down, blocking that one up. Tries to do a hop, but they peg her in the ankle. Great sniper shot from the Sirens side. So it's just going to be number 13 now left for Nightmare. We'll see what Wozni can do with it. All right, play call being made by the center player there. Wozni taking a preemptive shot, and it looks like the counter on Wozny's throw is going to get Sirens the first point on the board after that first set of the game.
Yeah, Sirens really took that early player advantage to slowly work away Nightmare and get the win.
Mm-hmm. Like Athena, born from the head of Zeus, Nightmare manifested itself from the collective stank of the grodiest knee pads known to woman. I love that bio.
Yeah, anyone that's played dodgeball knows how gross knee pads can get.
But honestly, the Maritimes dodgeball community, they've got the eats. Then the different aliases, we've seen Shrimps, we've seen Coastal, because why not keep things fresh, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that was a shot there on the center player for Nightmare. That's going to take it down to 4 for them. See a bit of a change in the lineup. We've got Rodlin Aaron. We've got Kayla Shala on the line now. Sirens still keeping with the players they have.
Nice.
Aaron with a big catch. She is a huge catcher.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though that was a counter to try and catch her off guard, she squared up and caught immediately.
Honestly, half the time Aaron ends up on a new team, Rodlin Aaron. she's poached for her catching skills.
Oh, 100%. It's such a huge skill that's needed on a team.
And that's a 1-2 exchange. Number 28 on the Siren side takes out Thorkelson. So we still have the 4 players left. Big catch right from the center player there on Sirens. That's hard.
Sirens respond with 2 really quick catches and throwing them out. And in the blink of an eye, it's done. Great job by Sirens there.
Also, both teams wearing pastels.
Yeah. It's like they coordinated ahead of time.
Honestly, I don't know if they did, but if they did, that would be awesome. If they didn't, happy accident, right?
Yeah.
All right, they are off again for the 3rd set now. Sirens 2-0 against Manitoba Nightmare, and it looks like number 18 does get eliminated off of that rush. See the play call being made now. Nightmare coming up to the line, ready to take that shot. Big pop block up, they stay in, decide to not go for a team catch as it goes into the sidelines. Absolutely well executed by the players there.
Yeah, and Sirens with a huge ball advantage here. Throwing 2 and getting number 13 on Nightmare out. Yeah, Sirens making a little defensive call back here, pre-planning a counter.
It's interesting to watch the way that Nightmare interacts. It almost quiets down because you're wondering what they're thinking.
Exactly.
A team like this, very hard to predict, but absolutely love seeing their play style. Looks like number 39, Wong, is going to go out on the Siren side. We're going to see 4 balls in hand now. Siren does have that ball control. Going for it and missing that catch, unfortunately. Rogers does not get it, so they are going to be eliminated. We're going to see a 3v3 situation. McEwen in the center line. Thorkelson takes the shot. McEwen stays up on the retreat, guarding Thorkelson. Got Shala just doing her own thing in the other guard position. Definitely see them having her number as well. Burden's going to be over on the Nightmare side. We've got 3 balls in hand for each side. Ooh, pop shot right into the legs there. Beautifully executed. We're down to just the 2 players now on Sirens. Going for Shala. Shala manages to stay out of the way.
And now Burden on Nightmare.
Nice jump out of the way. Nice dodge out of the way.
Yeah, way to get low by McEwen there, getting out of the way of that ball.
Yeah, McEwen's good at getting low and sliding out of the way. Nice block from the Sirens player. See the play call being made now as they're getting the ball handed to them. Coming up to the line, taking the shot. Looks like it's going to go for Thorkelson. I almost thought UN was going to throw for McEwen there because he didn't have a ball in hand.
Yeah, she was
The angle was very deceptive. Love that.
Yeah, she was angled towards McEwen the whole way and staring her down and threw a no look at the corner.
Ewan blocks it down into the foot though, so that does gonna be an elimination. It's 3-on-1 against Sirens, so this could be the chance for Nightmare to score their first point. We'll see if that player on Sirens can get a catch though. All right, so it's just Shala left now. Only player for Nightmare after that amazing catch from Luck. It's still 2 players on the Siren side going after her, and it's a 1-2. They stay in. That was a very close call. That was a nail biter.
Yeah, common theme here with Shala being the last player for Nightmare.
she's great for doing that. I've seen her.
Absolutely.
She paces herself. I've seen her do a 1v5. I've seen her do a 1v3. She is definitely good at whittling those players down. This time she needs to just take out 2 of them and she's good to go.
Yeah, and honestly, some players are better when they're left on the court on their own.
They're able to use those lateral movements to get them out of the way because they don't have to worry about taking anyone else out.
Yeah, and you can block out the noise, play your own game, focus on getting one out at a time.
Yeah. Looks like Shala's changing it up. There was a throw at Luck, then there was a throw at number 18. McNeil managing to dodge that one. Shala throwing at McNeil again. McNeil does call herself out on that one. It looked like a block, but
just snuck past the block and hit herself in the hip.
And we just have Luck now left for Sirens. Luck getting that catch before for the Siren side. We'll see if it can happen again. Taking a shot at Shala. Shala jumping up out of the way. 2 balls in hand, taking the shot, and it bounces right into the legs. Not able to bring in a catch with those 2 balls in hand. So there's that first point for Nightmare that we thought was going to happen before Luck got the catch.
Yes, absolutely. Huge, huge point for Nightmare.
They are able to close it out, though, which is great to see.
Yeah, now with about 2 minutes before the first no block, Nightmare has a real chance to tie this up before the first half.
I'd love to see that happen for Nightmare.
I'd love to see it for our viewers, just to have a more exciting match to watch.
Also that. So they are sending 3 over at Thorkelson. She manages to get low, avoiding all 3 of those shots. 6 players still on the Nightmare side, 6 players on the Siren side. A couple counters there. 20 going out on the Nightmare side. It looks like Luck was going to go for it. She didn't have a ball in hand, but she was definitely trying to intimidate them. Ref counting the shot clock down, though.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure with no ball in hand, but it scared Nightmare off enough to stay away from that ball and no man's land there.
Honestly, I love that. The confidence to do that fake throw with no ball.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to see it again. Play call made by McEwen, taking that shot, going over the shoulder of number 18 on the Siren side, managing to stay in. Again, you know, McNeil, she's got that staying powder. She's been a target for so many of the Nightmare throws.
Yes.
Unbelievably awesome.
Yeah, obviously someone they've scouted and identified as a primary target.
It's like a curse being a good dodgeball player because you get a target put on you.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. It sucks getting out all the time, but it's also a compliment that, hey, you're a good player and we don't want you on the court.
Exactly. All right, and it looks like they're going to go for it. Luck with a attempted going for a catch. They managed to stop right at the last second, though, as it pops up because number 28 was trying to keep them in. Number 28 doesn't manage to do that, but they stay in, although McEwen takes a shot at Yuen, and that takes them out. But Yuen was trying to keep Luck in.
Yeah, and McEwen taken out there, 3v3.
I mean, after that shot on Yuen, though,
2v3, sorry.
It makes sense that McEwen would be the target. Big block up and out. McNeil just getting clipped out.
Yeah, Nightmare very aware of the time right before no block there. Threw away all their balls to get a couple of outs, knowing that they get 3 back anyway for no block.
We just have McKay left now. And yeah, so it is going to go into that no block situation, like you said. This is going to be the end of the first half in this game. Ooh, Wozni losing a bit of her footing there. Wozni and Aaron making a couple pump fakes, and both of them pop off of the chest of number 10. McKay goes out on Sirens. We're going to see them switch sides very shortly, with that tie score being 2-2 now.
Yeah, and great job to close the set there with great use of pump fakes by the 2 Nightmare players to get the player on Sirens here to pre-dodge and kind of show where she was going so that they could tee up and get her off.
Get her off of the court.
Off of the court, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
I know I've seen it a couple times where Shaggers has been used, and it's like,
Yeah, that means something very different for our
Yeah,
viewers in the UK.
it's just like the double entendres are like, oh dear, someone's grandma's watching this. Oh dear. All right, so we see the teams lining up going into that second half. Honestly, I don't know if they're going to change up much. I think both is working for them. It's just a matter of keeping the energy up.
Absolutely. I don't think anyone is going to change their game plan here.
Aaron taking a shot off of the opening rush, and it looks like with 2 balls in hand, McKay manages to block and bring it down over for the Nightmare side. Absolutely well done by McKay. Smart move by Nightmare to try and take him out on the opening rush, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
That was a nice hit on McKay from the Nightmare side. Shala blocking down and into the arms of 25. That's going to give ball control now over to the Nightmare side. They've got 5 balls.
5 balls in hand and a 2-player advantage.
Yeah, they have a full 6 going up and over right into the chest there on the wing in on the Sirens side. So we just have the 2 players left now. We still have Luck, and we have one of the other Sirens players in, taking the shot. Looks like it went to Luck.
Yeah, great job executing with the ball control there for Nightmare.
Ooh, sneak shot there on number 25. So that's going to be Rogers going out for Nightmare. I think that was done by Card. Absolutely well executed. So you see that ball coming in now. Nightmare still with more players on the court, though. Rushing up, taking the shot. Card getting nice and out, pivoting with a jump out of the way. So they're nice and low. Luck going after McEwen. McEwen getting called a hit there.
Yeah, just tapping the toes on McEwen there.
It was a good toe tapper. I think she thought that might have bounced first, but it didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, she did the right thing to ask the ref for clarification.
Yeah, honestly, especially some of them you can't tell when you are wearing equipment like that. You know, thick soles, thick knee pads. Going down on the ground into the foot of Mingo, though, so Mingo does manage to stay in after the shot from the Sirens player. Nice block from Card. Shala looked like she was going to counter again after the block. Luck going for Shala. Card going for Aaron.
You had 5 balls on the side of Nightmare again here. Yeah, and then Nightmare makes him pay for giving him too much balls.
Yeah, so Luck's going to go out, but Card manages to stay in. The shot at her was ground first. Card with a nice block as they're on the retreat. Mingo taking a shot at her. Aaron making the play call. Yarjean telling the play call. Aaron with a nice clean block. It's going to be a ball in the hands of Mingo now. So 4 balls for 4 players. Nightmare is going up.
Ooh, another pre-counter by Sirens there. Giving
Love
Nightmare
the energy
5
coming from
balls
Card.
for the 3rd time in this match. And she survives all 3 throws.
Wow. Absolutely well done. Card coming up to the line. Looks like the ball that she was going to try and grab rolls over onto the Nightmare side. They both throw at each other, but no hits are made. They are still good to go. Card looks like, and yeah, she does take a pre-counter. Yarjiao throws a little bit wide, so Card does still stay in. They are definitely not playing the next set. They're going to need a break after this one.
No, definitely. There's no way they can play this long and then jump
I mean,
in
I
a
would
set.
hope her team gives her a break, but that is up to her.
Yeah,
Going for a catch, arms out, no hits made, so Card manages to stay in. Well done.
Although that's the benefit of having a deep roster as well. You can go all out and try and win this point for your team, and someone else will be able to take your spot for a game.
Card going for Aaron. Aaron managing to get out of the way. 5 balls in hand now for the Nightmare side. Card was going for that catch. Does not happen. That's going to be the point for the Nightmare side.
All right, yeah, Nightmare just riding that momentum from their win in the first half. Up by 1 now.
That was still the first set.
That was only the first set of this half.
That was the first set of the second half. Yes. So Nightmare is up by 1 point, and we have 6 minutes left in the game. Just under 7, 6 minutes essentially. Blocks it down into the ground, into the foot. They still stay in, though. Absolutely well done from Sirens. Nightmare, 2 balls in hand. Ooh, Mingo getting snapped in the finger there. Do not think they were expecting it. But they are able to walk it off. McEwen getting hit in the shins. Sirens slowly working their way through the lineup for Nightmare.
Yeah, Sirens not laying down here. All of a sudden they've got a 2-player advantage, a 3-player advantage now at full strength.
Yeah, as Yarjo gets eliminated now, Sirens coming up to the line. Luck making the play call, going for it. Shala stays alive as she slides close to Aaron. Absolutely well done by Shala.
Yeah, definitely. Coming up with 4 balls now. They like to throw 1.
Looked like they lost their footing a little bit in that wing position on the Sirens team. The player does manage to stay in. Still the full 6 for Sirens. That's the swipe on the block there, though. That's going to be what does it for the wing on the Siren side.
Four balls again on Nightmare's side here.
And they are ready to call it. And just the one being thrown over by Rogers. Shala with a block going into the ground. Shala stays alive. Nice move from the Sirens there, sending that one over. All right, 4 balls now for the Nightmare side. We see that play call being made. Ready on the line as the shot clock counts. Goes a little bit wide on there.
Yeah, these have all been very long sets. I mean, we're in our 6th set right now with only 4.5 minutes left. What are the odds you think that this is the last set that we see, or do you think they squeeze another one in?
I think we're going to see, there's the potential to see at least 2 more sets here.
Okay.
Although we do have to warn people that Katie Rogers, the last one, Kate Rogers, who was eliminated off of the Nightmare side, they steal leaves from plants in order to propagate them. So watch out any plant stores here in the Calgary area, because she will steal them. Going over to the Siren side right now, we see play call being made now.
Risky move to save that ball, but it works out for her.
I love that the fun facts for the Siren side, we basically have loves noodles. And that's Jocelyn Luck with those who had that amazing catch in the first half.
Well, who doesn't?
She loves noodles. I love noodles too. So we're down to a 3v3 situation. Again, we're seeing a lot of the back and forth. You know, they get the 1 ball, then they get the 1 ball back. Timeout being called though for the Sirens team.
Yeah, honestly, if you ask me who's going to win this game, it's a coin flip at this point. Both teams have been so back and forth. Strengths on both teams. Once you think momentum is on one team's side, it swings the other way. It's honestly anyone's game. It's whoever makes the best adjustments here in this quick timeout and executes the best.
So we see Nightmare having a little chat while they are using the same time for the Sirens timeout. We got to give a shout out to Adriana Mingo. She is the current president of Dodgeball Manitoba. And Shala with a nice block. Shala unfortunately did not fill out her bio, so I can't say anything fun about her. But I know that she's a fun gal anyways.
Still 3 players versus 3 players here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 3v3 for a while, so your prediction might be right. As we are going into 2 minutes 50 seconds, so we have less than 3 minutes on the game clock right now.
Block.
Bingo goes for a catch, pops off the chest, but there's a good chance the way the teams have been staying in, because honestly that took a while to get Mingo out.
Yes.
We could see that no block happen, honestly.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're going to get this set and maybe 1 more, and then that's it.
You could be right, and like teams are both teams, are setting back, not as aggressive with the counters as they were earlier in the game. Both teams kind of content to wait until burden is on them, make a play call.
Oh, Luck was not able to get a catch that time. Shala does get eliminated though, so it's just Rogers, the plant stealer, left now for the Sirens side. It goes through the balls that they were holding and right into her face. That's going to be another point now for the Nightmare side. So we've got 2 minutes left. Considering how even the play has been, we're going to see this go into no block potentially.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, every match has been over 5 minutes, or the average of 5 minutes. We have about a minute and a half by the time we get to the opening rush. 3-3. This is anyone's game. This is what you want when you tune into a game.
Nightmare coming up with the ball in hand. Yarjao making the play call, going for it. No player getting eliminated off of that rush from the Nightmare side though, but we do only have the 5 players left from Sirens. So there was an elimination made on the opening rush. We see Wozni in the middle making that play call, going in between the legs as they jump up to get out of the way from that throw off of Wozni, but the center player on Sirens stays in. Thorkelson now making that play call, coming up to the line as 50 seconds counts down on the clock.
Just deflects the ball into her teammate. That's unfortunate.
That hurts. Yarjao getting up and out of the way. Absolutely well done by Yarjao. Thorkelson coming up to the line. Thorkelson with a history in softball. Seeing her take that shot.
Yeah, you definitely see a lot of softball, baseball players transition into dodgeball.
Aaron also, I think they play softball, but they were trying to go for a catch. Weren't able to connect with it. Shala managing to block that one. 20 seconds left on the clock, so we're going to see that no block happen.
Yeah, most definitely. Will we see a flurry of throws at the end like we did last time?
I think we just saw a flurry of throws.
It's
Shala
getting there.
goes
We
out.
still have 5 seconds. If it's going to happen, it'll happen now.
We're not. We're just going to see the one from Wozni. As the whistle was going, though, Luck took the shot, though. So I don't think Wozni would have been eliminated if it happened.
No. If the ball has to be released out of the player's hand before the whistle to be considered live.
Timeout being called for Nightmare.
Yeah, smart timeout here. Just quickly remind your team of, the game plan here. That you
have fun.
Yeah.
It is a tie score right now with 3-3.
Yeah, what would Hal Johnson and Joanne McLeod do? But yeah, they do have the 1 player advantage heading into this.
Now, we do have a coach giving advice, and it is Colin Bouchard. Now, he is their coach because Nightmare found him on the side of the court giving unsolicited throwing advice. The team took pity on him and gave him a home.
That's how most coaches get hired, right?
I like the fact that they specifically pointed out it was unsolicited throwing advice. All right, Thorkelson coming up. Looks like she was ready to take the shot there, but it's going to be done by Rogers instead. Coming up to the line now. Sirens are ready to do it. They wait to get that 4th ball in hand now as they come to take the shot. Wozni managing to get out of the way right at the last second. That is some fancy footwork happening there. Ball going into the hands of Rogers. Another one going into the hands of Yarjao. 4 balls now coming up to the line, taking that shot in the no block, up and over off of Luck again. They had that really good catch though. Unfortunately, the luck ran out. I know that's terrible to say. All right, 28 coming up, taking the shot. Looks like they were going for it. Rogers going out though, so it's just still the 2 players left for Sirens, slowly working their way through the team. One of them is going to get a point though, as we are tied 3-3, going for the catch. Oh no, UN.
All right, 4 balls on the side of Nightmare. They throw 3 of them and miss all of them.
Absolutely pancakes it down, bending on the knees like they're doing the Matrix move there, bending down on those, on their knees.
My knees and hips hurt just watching that.
Oh my gosh. But you know what? We got to give huge points to Paswata for that. all the style points. It's 1-2,
Good.
trying to go for the catch. Unfortunately, doesn't happen. Pops them off their chest. Hard throws there.